artificial height.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Regan and Christy here at Greene Fields Farm. You're supposed to say Happy New Year.
Happy New Year!
You want to start over? Good morning.
Good morning.
Regan and Christy here at Greene Fields Farm.
Happy New Year! I wasn't supposed to hold these up yet.
No, you weren't. And I forgot what I was going to say. Take 3. Good morning.
Good morning.
Regan and Christy here at Greene Fields Farm.
Happy New Year!
It is a cold January morning, and I want you to take a listen for a minute. It's quiet. The kids are at school, and we've got the house to ourselves.
It's true.
Now, I don't know what the rest of you would do on a cold January morning when you've got the house all to yourselves, but I know what we're going to do.
That's right.
We're going to prune some apples.
If you have watched our previous videos or been following along, you know that last March, we planted about 450 dwarf apple trees on an acre. So a lot of trees on a small area, and we're growing them kind of intensively. It's called a, what is it called?
High density.
High density. I'm not good on camera. A high density trellis system. So we're growing our apples on trellises, kind of like grapes. And so you won't see a big, big tree spread out. You're gonna have lots of little trees in a row, keep them shorter, easier to pick, and actually we'll get more apples faster. So part of doing that system, well, there's a lot of parts to doing that system, and we've done a lot of those parts already. I wanted to kind of highlight that. Like I said, we've planted dwarf trees, so trees that won't get much over 8 foot tall. And actually that's due to a special called rootstock they're put on. So they got certain roots that'll limit the tree's growth, and then on the top of that tree we put the actual apple we want. Some really great apple varieties we're really excited about. New ones you've probably never seen before. So we've got those going on. Now, in order to grow this dwarf tree, the tree won't actually support itself. It doesn't grow enough wood. If you loaded one of these trees up with apples and got a little bit of wind, it would just snap off and fall over. So that's what we've got these for. This is our trellis system. We've got poles sunk in the ground every 50 feet and high tensile wire along those poles to provide a trellis, kind of like you would see for grapes. And if Christy will come in here, we've done a few things already throughout the year to kind of prepare for this. We've got little clips that we clip the tree to the wire. It can still move around some, but it's held to the wire. We've got these guards on here to keep critters from eating the trees. We've got irrigation because we've got so many trees on a small area. We may need to water certain times a year. And today is probably one of the, well, that's all important steps, but one of the big things we've got to do is prune these things. A huge part of this system is pruning the tree to get it to act very specifically and to keep it under control. All right, so this is a beauty of a tree right here. Got a lot going on. This thing's closing in on 8 feet tall, which is about what we want. It would have started, we're probably about at this wire, what was that, 6 feet tall last year. So a lot going on, but we got to get this thing under control. First thing you can see up here, we don't have an established leader. We got all these branches fighting for leadership. This one's the tallest, that's the one we want. So we're gonna come in, and I'm gonna use a flush cut. We're gonna come in here, cut that off, cut that off. I'm gonna come on down, that one and that one. Don't watch this as a how-to video. There's better ones on YouTube. This is how Regan and Christy do it. But, so we got those cut off, and I'm gonna come in, get rid of these guys. These should have all been pinched off last summer and we didn't get to it. Now those I'm using a Dutch cut, so hopefully that'll send out some new branches. So now we've got a leader. All right, all that energy is gonna be to growing up, which is what we want. We want this to be a nice, like a pole that's holding a bunch of apples on it. So I got that taken care of. And I still got way too much going on in here. When this leaf's out, it's gonna take all the sunlight, and we're not gonna get sunlight to our apples, so they won't ripen right. So I am gonna come in a little bit and thin this. Another thing we're learning of thinning branches is we're growing these trees on black Illinois prairie soil. And
It was a
most
hog
time,
lot.
pardon me?
And it was a hog lot.
Yeah, and this was a hog lot before it was our strawberry patch. So, I mean, the fertility of the soil here is wonderful. Normally, apple trees are grown on rocky, thin, dry soil. So these trees are having a good life, and they're really growing a little bit too much tree, and we want more apples. So we've got to do a little more pruning than maybe you would if you were in, you know, Pennsylvania or New York or who knows where. Nothing against your soil, guys. But, so I'm gonna come in and make a couple cuts in here to thin things out a little. This guy's too big. I don't like him. You know, there's lots of decisions to be made in life, and
That one's rubbing on the wire.
yeah, we gotta get this one, and I don't know, these decisions right or wrong, we're gonna make them quick. This one here, yeah, that one we'll get out of there because it's rubbing the wire. I don't like that. And then we're gonna come in and simplify.
The one by me's rubbing the
Oh,
wire.
we got another one. Oh yes, I missed it. See, that's why Christy's here. Keep me honest.
It's a two-person
It
job.
is, yeah, well, yeah, 2 sets of eyes for sure. All right, so that's, what do you think, dear? That's pretty good shape. We do want to come in and these lower branches, we want to simplify them, or columnarize them, the guys call it, that invented this idea, I guess. So we're taking off all the side branches. So that's a side branch. Actually, I want to go to a smaller side branch like that. Here's one. That one, a very big cut. Go to a side branch there. Here's one. We're really trying to get just a long column of leaves on these branches, and then there'll just be apples along those branches instead of a bunch of, you know, leafed out stuff. So trying to be really specific about what we're going for here. See any more? Here's one. I'm gonna go to the side branch there. Okay. So what we're left with, I think I'm happy with this. We'll find out till somebody tells me differently. But down here on the bottom, we got these nice flat branches that'll carry some fruit. We're actually right along here. These are, I'm pretty sure, fruiting spurs where we should have some blooms and apples next year. All right, so they're setting right there. That's next year's apples. They're getting lots of light. They're nice and spread out. And as we go up the tree, we're gonna come in here, like I think I said before, and do some training of these branches. We're gonna pull them down. This will get pulled down and tied to that wire. These guys will get down. So we got these drooping branches that'll quit growing out and should start growing apples. And what we're left with is a kind of a nice topiary. It's shaped like a Christmas tree. Lots of light will get to it. Not a whole lot of tree, but this thing should carry quite a few apples. So that's what we're going for. Go from that to, you know, over here. It's a little intimidating. Lots of choices to be made, but we're out here and trying to make it happen. Well, now that we got everything pruned, another thing we got to do this winter, before the trees start growing, actually a little bit closer to when they start growing, is train them to these trellises. So we're gonna wait, I'll show you how to do it now, but we're gonna wait a month or two till the tree starts sending sap up again and gets a little bit easier to bend. But we want to bend all of these upright branches. We want to bend them down to kind of fool the tree into thinking it has fruit on it, which means it'll set more fruit. So we got all kinds of ways to do this. We got little rubber clips, we got rubber bands, we've got some spreader, these plastic spreaders I talked about before, and we'll just go in here and use everything in our arsenal here to like here, we want to bend this guy down, get him on there, right? All right, and then we're going to take this guy and go down to the wire, just like so. And this guy, go down to this wire. All right, and you see we're taking all these branches down below horizontal. They're not working very good right now because the tree is so cold. But get this one pulled down. I should have done that one together, but you get the idea. All right.
How long do you leave these on?
These will stay on, I think, a couple of months after the tree starts growing again, and then the branches will be set. So, I've never done one of these before. Let's see if we can figure
Do
this
it around
out.
the base.
Oh
first.
yeah, base of the tree. Got it. So we'll go down around like so. So yeah, we're really really doing a lot to these trees. We got to go through every tree, every branch. Yeah, that's not working too well. Might be down a little too low. And that'll pull that down. We'll go through and do every one of these babies in hopes of getting this tree trained. So, we're gonna be busy.
Touche.
Have to get all the boys out here for that. See how we're pulling those down. And I like these rubber bands because they'll actually kind of rot away after a couple months. We won't have to come back and take them off.
Amen.
Yeah. I don't even need that anymore. All right. We'll do a couple more up top here. That one's gonna come down. I got none other ones there. But if you look at the tree, now it looks like a tree that has had fruit hanging all over it. Which is exactly what we want. Oh, baby. Good thing it's...
Try not to snap the wood.
Yeah, I'm surprised I haven't snapped them. I'll put that there. What do I got left? What would this take me? About 5 minutes on a tree. We got, you know, what, 400 trees.
Oh, don't even start.
That's a lot of minutes.
Yep.
If anybody's bored this spring, wants to come out and get a piece of orchard life, you know.
Taste of the farm.
Yeah, look at that. So yeah, all of our branches are bent down, and now that tree's gonna be fooled into thinking, I got fruit on me, put on some apples, and this one branch that's sticking up is gonna go straight up, and it'll get up over that top wire, and then we'll actually bend it over, and then this is the space.
And
we'll
it
fill
starts
with this
growing
tree.
more branches off of it.
Yeah, it starts growing more branches, and then every year we'll come in and we'll cut off the 2 or 3 biggest branches, take fruit off of what's left, and new branches will come out.
So everywhere there's a bud on that main stem, it's going to be a totally new branch.
Yeah, and actually apples will probably
Goodness.
set here and on some of these. So we're continually renewing it, so we're going to try to keep these trees in their space. So 8 feet tall by 3 to 4 feet wide, in their space for their entire lives. And to do that, we've really got to keep working with them. So it means when you come to pick apples, they're all right here, just a wall of apples, which should be really nice for us. But a lot of work to get there. Christy's shaking her head like, what are we doing? And actually, not just here, but we're planting a whole nother acre of apples this same size. They're going in the ground here in March. So
I wondered when you were going to mention that.
yeah, we're just a glutton for punishment. But that's what we're up to. It'll keep us busy. It's especially when the kids aren't here. Actually, we need to get the kids here to help with
Yeah,
this.
we gotta go.
We hope it pays all off. Yeah, we need to pick up the kids. They're getting out of school right now. But hope it all pays off. Hope you guys will come out and support us like you always have. And we're really looking forward to it. And yeah, if you're bored this spring and want to put on rubber bands, come on out. Or message us below. How about that? And we'll go from there. So thanks for joining us.